the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will boot it away to start the game. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Alabama quickly back to the line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Alabama will get the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give is to Miller. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Alabama!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. How in the world did he miss that? So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Okay. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for him to...
Turning it on! At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The play action fake. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped short of the goal line, denied on that two-point conversion attempt, and this game is still tied. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. He's running free down the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Pushes ahead. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking downfield, it's Morton. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Dickey. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got a man in the middle.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what are
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it. Running free. Inside the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Morton. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go right back to the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The field goal is no good, but there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time. With the catch, it's Virgil. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Release to the back. Makes the grab. It's Dickey. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass on second down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's got it inside the 35. It's a fumble on the play. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
There he goes. Attack. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got some room, it was over.
The big athlete, the ability to catch the football and then also do damage after the catch. You see so many athletic tight ends nowadays with physicality and the ability to make you miss. He breaks a tackle and goes a long way for the big touchdown.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. This is really aggressive here. Still just a 1-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Comes that Alabama offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Bring in the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away on 4th down. Catches it at the 30. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He's going to fire deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. Alabama quickly back to the line. Might be changing the route. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll line up to go for 2. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Morton. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The short hands, it's Virgil. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting points on the board.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here.